everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh wait, we're not on the. Our icons are on the screen.
Yeah, they are. They are now. They are
Okay.
now.
There we
I
go.
got
It's
it.
a
I
little
got
too
us.
late on my end. I
got
panicked.
us. I got us. We're good.
It's okay.
Yeah. I am seeing the OBS. I swears.
Yeah, I see it 30 seconds later on the stream.
All right. Here's a clue, Scooby Doo. Dude. Okay. Moon. Can we tell them? Can we tell them?
Tell me what.
I have some good news. I have some good news for everybody. Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for the nibbles, Dr. Rambo. Thank you for the follow. Hope you appreciate our nibbles. All right, so as we get further into Log Horizon Abridged, also thank you guys coming over from Kyrie's channel to hang out with us. I know you guys just finished watching 2 episodes of Log Horizon Abridged, and obviously go check out the YouTube channel if that wasn't enough for you and you want to see more, or if you've already seen it and you want to rewatch it. Maybe it awoke some nostalgia in you. It certainly does for us.
Sensei's sleepy.
Tired sensei noises. Oh no! But you're here, and that's the important thing.
In the chat.
Hold on. Did you wake up or are you falling asleep?
In a very tired
sensei noises. Hold on.
Hey, Code Keep. Thank you so much. Yeah, no sleep till Brooklyn. Remember that. Anyway.
No sleep till Brooklyn.
Time for you to F off right to bed. Well, that's the funny thing. We don't have a lot of stuff left for Volume 3. So Sonic's going to be reading Volume 3 tonight, which is going to be fun for several reasons. But also,
I promise to milk it for what it's worth.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We had a raid just hit. Sonic's going to be reading this Palpy from the Valley tonight. It's going to be great.
What do you mean they blew up
after
the
the
Death
end
Star?
In one night? All of what's out in exchange for head pets.
Idiots doing idiot
okay,
things.
You get head pets.
Idiots.
Wow. Yeah, we are
That's...
idiots doing idiot things because we're idiots.
Idiots
yes, indeed.
Things.
Because I'm a sinner in the eyes of a vengeful God. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mother. What was it? Bloody Mary, mother of vodkas. Like I don't know. Anyhow,
excuse me while I go check on YouTube for
probably
the robot
cocktails. Bloody Mary, mother of cocktails.
Yeah. Pray for me in this hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen. That shit was so funny. Precisely. We lit each other up by doing dumb things we understand are dumb, but not for us. Exactly. All right. So, guys, really quickly, I am happy to announce that we are one scene away. We are one scene away from being done with the script for Solo Leveling Abridged. Okay, and then Moon and I had a lot of fun writing a brand new scene that was not in the actual anime. We just we're gonna do this whole thing. We're gonna set this whole scene up. And for all of you who came here from Kyrie's stream, I want you to know something. The scene that we wrote, the extra scene that's going in our Solo Leveling Abridged episode 2, that was not in the original anime, Kyrie's going to be voicing one of those characters. So if you'd like to see Kyrie do some voiceover for an abridged series, maybe it's her abridging debut. I don't know. I have no idea if she's done voiceover work before, so it could be her voiceover debut.
I think she said she was interested at the very least. So.
Yeah. So she is going to be one of the characters that is yelling at another character. So it's going to be a whole like screaming, like it's going to be like a cat fight kind of sort of thing. But on one side we have Kyrie, on the other side we have Yui Kai. So that's gonna be great. Kyrie would probably rock this. Everyone silently has sharp anime scheming eyes. Yes. All right, cool. Gendo Ikari. Hey, if we do great, yay. If we don't, well, we had fun with it. So fuck what everybody else.
No, it's that thing where we have our glasses, we push them up, and the light comes on.
We have our patron saint with us. So like, if people want to talk shit about us or our friends here, we have our patron saint of snackos and alcohol. We're good on the alcohol. We don't have to. We learned a long time ago that the best way to deal with YouTube comments is like various shots of alcohol. That's the only
Yes.
way you can process YouTube comments. To be fair,
That's
enemy
fair.
class race. There you go. But yeah, we are very close. If things go as planned, if things stay to the schedule that we're expecting, Solo Leveling Abridged episode 2 should be out sometime in January. And things going the way that they seem to be going right now, Konosuba could be out next month. Now, that's not a guarantee. That's just if. And I'm sorry to say this, guys. Yeah, do not release content in December. We will not be doing that. That being said, I'm also looking at potentially having Slime episode 10, which would be the first episode of Slime Abridged season 2. So that potentially in March. That's what we're looking at. And just for everybody, I want to put this out there. We have a special project in the works that could be dropping in April. So fun stuff. There's lots to audition for. We have so many characters that are going to be showing up in Solo Leveling, and then a whole series to cast for, with the exception of like one character. But everything else is up for grabs. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, guys, that is your quick Fat Dog updates. We've got Palpy from the Valley on deck. For those of you who are new here, hi, we read light novels. Every Monday we read light novels. Previously we were reading Slime, and then we got a little too close to catching up, and then we moved over to Mushoku Tensei. We're going to read all 26 volumes of Mushoku Tensei, get through the whole thing, and then we're going to move back to Slime, which, as it turns out, we're not very far from the end on. What was the last volume we read? It was 16, right?
I believe
We're
so.
on the
16?
extra
Yeah,
chapter.
16.
in my knowledge.
Yeah,
You said
so
17
17
was
is
like
the extra chapter, like side
Yeah.
content stuff. 18 is when it picks back up. There's only 21 volumes in Slime. Right now, 19 came out. 20 comes out in March, or like March or May, one of those. I don't remember which. But 20 comes out next year, and potentially 21 as well. So yeah, we
Nice.
don't have many books left in Slime. We've got maybe 5 books.
Oh, they released a new volume of Mushoku Tensei.
They released
Another
non-story.
side story.
Yeah, not the main story stuff. The main story is done. The main story is done. I just
Sorry,
bought a
I-
Japanese copy and Google translated that bitch with painful one page. Yeah, that's why we wait on the official stuff. But I want to go ahead and point out we are not the replacement for the light novels. So we're just a fun time
As
for you guys to have.
always, support
Please
the official release.
Please support the official release. And guys, if you check it out, if you decide to get it and check it out, please leave a review and let them know that we sent you. It actually helps out.
You know, I
And
think it'd
I
be
got
funny
links in the
if,
chat.
like,
Now,
we had an abridging test where they have to say the entire Team 4-star abridge thing from memory. That's how we need
So-
to test people. The following is
No.
a non-profit fan-based parody.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball
Dragon Ball
GT,
Z and Dragon Ball GT
are all owned by
Funimation and
Funimation.
TV and Akira
Please
Toriyama.
support
Please
the
support the
official
official
release.
release. God, I
Yep.
love it. All
Or
of
you
us
just
know that by
scream.
heart.
Or you can just
I have
scream,
watched it
support
way
the
too many
official
times.
release.
It is,
Anyhow.
it is like the
Toriyama.
holy abridged Bible, like it's the Genesis.
you
like,
can help
God
my
created
dick
the
by
heavens and the
supporting with its official release. You know you want to.
earth. Release.
You're just unfocused alternative to the audiobook. That's so true. We are all right, we're like an audiobook if it was ADHD. If audiobooks were ADHD, that's us. That's us.
Which
I'm-
I think is
I'm
funny
sorry,
'cause, how many
DD,
of us
we-
have
We're
ADHD?
just wild and crazy guys. But
Hey!
okay, so the other part of this is for those of you that were at Kyrie's stream just a bit ago. Yes, we're also going to be playing Phasmo once we get done with the third book. We will once we get done with volume 3, we're going to step away for a second so I can change out information on this stream. Not necessarily this stream. We're going to end this stream, change the information, start back up, and play some Phasmo. And hopefully Kyrie will
I'm a
join us.
BRB type of thing.
We are going to be, well, the thing is, we're going to be playing what I like to call voiceover Phasmo, which basically means we set up a scenario in Phasmophobia and we have to act out those parts. And basically, what it is there's a haunted house, which is obvious for Phasmo. One person is the ghost hunter. 2 people are there to look at the house, and 1 person is a realtor trying to sell them a haunted house that they don't know is haunted. Go. Like that's the fun of that. And
Like,
yeah,
oh, I love improv.
we told Kyrie we were that we play Phasmo that way sometimes, and she was all on board. So yeah, she said she'd play with us. So hey, she shows up. Absolutely, we'll be doing some Phasmo with improv with Kyrie, so that should be great. Oh,
You're
redeemed
evil, aren't you?
hydrate. Everybody,
Deliciously, surreptitiously, and devilishly so.
Thank you so much for noticing.
May I continue?
Yep, there you go.
I didn't realize you can.
Wait, why is that working? I know no
Drink
sound
your fucking
effects.
water.
This ain't it.
Drink your fucking water.
No, as sound alerts are not the same thing as like general alerts on the channel, so you won't see an image. That being said, though, guys, let's go ahead and open the Mushoku Tensei books now. Let's get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Let's get it started in here. Yeah.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started. I think it's funny that they also beat everyone to the punch on the parody for that song with "Let's Get" a different word.
Yeah,
I thought that was the
word
original.
that we can no longer say.
No.
All
There's
right.
"Let's Get It Started," and then they made another one that's "Let's Get
Retire.
Yeah.
Re-"
Yeah, but
Let's
I
get
thought that was
reread.
the original, and then they
Yes.
they changed it to "Let's Get It Started."
Yeah, actually, no. Shim is right. It was
Yeah.
Really?
It
Yeah,
was
so the
originally
other
that
version
one.
was the real one. Yeah.
Huh.
And then
That
they
makes
changed it
sense
to Let's
considering
Get
I
It
mostly
Started.
heard that song at like 4-H and school events. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, get a snack, fix some sip, and prepare. Oh God, it's so nice to hear Shim. Right?
he does have a lovely voice.
Shim is
Oh,
such
thank
a
you.
good
I
bean.
appreciate it.
All right, we are
Thanks.
94% of the way through here. We are at page 314 out of 334. We are starting the extra chapter, The Princess of Asura and the Angel. Now, for those of you who are curious, if you saw season 2 of Mushoku Tensei, that first episode or episode 0 or whatever, that's this. That's how early on we actually found out what happened to Sylphie. That's why it was
Wow.
so freaking funny. Shim's voice is very complimentary. Aw, it's so true though.
Oh,
All
thank
right,
you.
so true, bestie. So true, bestie Dio. All right, all right. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave. All right. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Please, please lurk about if you like and listen up. Sonic, we here at Fat Dog Studios do not necessarily want to point out that Sonic's reading does not necessarily reflect on all of our voice actors, just 3/4 of them. And we would like to point out
A
that
good
Palpy
majority of them.
good majority that Palpy from the Valley is owned and a product of Fat Dog Studios. If you do it, we won't sue you. We'll just send the YouTube copyright system after you. Who are we kidding? The copyright system was coming from you, coming for you anyway. We have nothing to do with it. Please don't yell at us in the comments. Thank you and goodbye. All right, starting now. Oh wait, should we introduce ourselves? We probably should, right?
It might help.
Okay.
Also,
Hi.
I'll give you time to look up pronunciations.
Oh, they're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. Hi, I'm Richie Roberts. I am a writer, director, voice monkey, and general overall goofy goober who works for Fat Dog Studios. Yep. And okay,
We're all goofy goobers.
indeed. Let's start with Fenris. I'm gonna look at the order that you guys are appearing on my screen.
Hi, I'm Fenner Sauerun. I am voice actor, audio engineer, sound engineer for Fat Dog. I do things. I'm way
Guy
too
who-
busy.
Guy who makes Gundam sound effects.
And guy
He
who makes
does audio editing for me.
I am a very sadly busy person. So this is one of the few times I actually get to be around here.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you doing here, dude? That's crazy.
I was studying throughout
expecting-
all of Kyrie's stream, so that way I could
Oh.
try to be here.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you being here.
Well, next
Yeah.
up, Moon Moon.
Hello, I am Moonlight Sparks. I am a voice actor. I guess I am a writer.
Yeah.
I don't do most of the writing, but I am technically part of the writing team.
You
so
are
yeah,
you
I
are
do.
you
Yeah,
are the
you are
you are
writing.
part of. How about this? If you want a specific technical term that would be
Yeah.
used in the industry, you are a creative writer.
Sure.
Oh.
I
like
saw
that.
I saw you in the solo
I am
chat
I'm
with,
I'm
Richie
the
earlier.
I'm the lead writer and you're the creative writer because you come up with ideas and we bounce ideas back and forth and that turns into a script. Also, fuck you, Moon. I still have not gotten some of those jokes out of my head yet, and now I very much want to make a fucking Oh, you know what would be?
Oh no.
All right, now I want to make Eminence and Shadow abridged even more because you know who I think would be the perfect person to voice Sid/Shadow?
Who?
Shim.
Yeah.
Oh,
think
I
that
guess
would
I
be
gotta get watching
perfect.
that series then.
Huh?
I guess I gotta get watching that series then.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good.
Oh, you mean
I've been enjoying.
I
it.
watched a couple of the first couple of episodes.
Is it like a brand new anime?
no?
No.
It's
It's
no,
not
it's
new.
not. It's up on High
Oh.
Dive. You can watch 2 seasons of it. Yeah, Shim, you have
Okay.
the voice where you can pull off. Also, how good is your edge lord?
Huh. Hold on, I have to qualify with that. I always try
You
to do
gotta-
that.
you gotta put your
How,
hand on
how
your
good is
face
your
while covering
how
up
does
one
how
eye.
good is
Hold
your
on,
deep
like-
voice?
Your eyes.
How good is your deep voice Chunibyo?
Chunibyo? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I can do that. So, like, are they like? Hold on, let me ask. Are they supporting character?
Well,
or are
but
they
I guess
like
they're trying to
villain?
get
Man.
stuff.
Technically,
the main character.
technically, he's the
Main
main
character,
character.
okay.
He is the main character that is pretty much a supporting. He's a supporting
He's
character of the
the-
actual overall story of.
He is the most main supportive character you will ever see.
Yeah, he is
That's
so.
what he wants too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me
Like,
think.
trust me when I say this.
More
Trust me
to
when
be in the
don't you
background.
don't need to do anything. You don't need to voice anything. Trust me when I say watch it, and you totally don't understand that you already kind of have the voice down already, just naturally
mean-
with your voice. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, I have watched a couple of like Chuny animes, or I am familiar with the character archetype, and they're always like, "Huh, my hand is burning in the sight of enemies. I'm ready to apply all that I know upon the evils in this world."
Actually, if you want to,
Something like that.
if you want to do a pre-audition, so like, if you want to be a premature auditioner,
Sure.
yeah, could you just say, could you just do, I am atomic? That's all I need.
Oh, okay. So he's like, I am atomic. Something like that. I mean,
See what I'm saying? Is that not good
Beautiful.
casting or fucking
That's
what?
perfect. You just gotta add the
All right,
weird
Shim,
effects to it. It's perfect.
Shim, your homework is to watch anime, my dude. You need to
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
this series.
No.
It's up
Yeah,
on High
you guys
Dive.
got-
That's what we're working on right
just-
now.
I love how
Okay,
you
if
just
it's on
got
High
done
Dive, I
with
have to go check it
Mushoku
out.
Tensei, and now they're like, "Great, you finished Mushoku Tensei. Here's another one."
Well,
No,
finished
Right on
for
your
now.
table.
It's not done yet, but until 3rd season.
which one?
Just-
Who are you voicing? Who are you voicing? Oh no,
In-
that one. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah,
thought you
no.
were voicing in the Mushoku Tensei abridged. So I was like, my
no,
dude,
no, I'm not.
if
I am
you are not
in that.
voicing Regjerd, there is no justice in this world.
That would be.
Regjerd
yeah,
is
no.
like slightly more intense Soe. I feel like
Yes.
that's
Honestly?
like the voice profile.
Honestly, yeah.
That
he's
is so
he's
accurate.
so if his only emotions were anger.
Yeah. It's like
And
it's like
muscle.
anger and hatred of evil.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
Soe
By
hates
your
evil too,
powers
but he's
combined.
more.
yeah. I am so.
By our powers combined, I am very monotone.
By our powers combined, we are bald and stringy.
True.
Bald
Stringy.
and stringy, he's a hero.
All right, stop.
Chop
Stop.
the
Stop.
bad
We
guys.
gotta
Oh
stop.
God, he killed them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying my favorite Captain Planet is Don Cheadle. All right. So
Captain
that having been
Planet.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, let's finish up here. Shem, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Shem Shem. I'm a voice actor. Mostly trying to do some other stuff on the side, but we'll see how it goes. But right now, I voice for Fat Dog Studios. I work mostly on, or I have been mostly in the Slimer Bird series, but have been getting into some other projects. So
Like solo leveling.
And getting cast.
yeah,
live.
but also thanks for being here, everyone out in the audience. We
Mhm.
appreciate it a lot. But yeah, we are.
Shimmaru.
Yeah,
Shimshimaru. Oh God.
yeah. What did you say? Shemshemaru.
Shimshimaru.
Shimmaru.
Naming graves
Shimshimaru.
on the sword.
Oh
Oh,
no.
that was the funniest scene in that anime.
It was.
Shimshimaru. Chunchinmaru.
Yeah, Chin Chin Maru.
No!
What? And then the thing just
No,
scrawls
the
itself on
funniest
the
thing,
sword.
the funniest thing is, like, I almost considered having that scene be in Konosuba Bridge, but I was gonna name it Chin Chin Maru.
Chin Chin Maru. Oh, that's even worse.
Exactly.
Yes!
God,
Kaguya
Yes!
was very funny though.
Yes! Naming it Chin Chin Maru is so much
Yeah.
better. Oh man.
'Cause I mean, from that show, it's basically just Chirp Chirp Blade.
Yep.
No.
So-
The funniest thing is, she wasn't gonna
That
name
one
the
is,
sword that was gonna be Megumin's nickname for him.
Oh,
Yeah, Chin
good.
Chin Maru is like because
Good.
he's got a tiny little sword.
yeah, yeah. Which made Aqua go, "Heh."
All right. Anyway, guys, yeah. Lastly, Sonic, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Doing my normal voice now. I am Sonic Speed 17, otherwise known as Snuggo Velocity on YouTube and Twitch. That's right. I try to do content creation, I try to stream, and I also am a director slash writer for another one of our big projects here,
Oh,
Data Bridged, which I mentioned earlier that Fenris does help with in the audio editing side. Thank you, by the way.
Hi.
So-
Okay, since
Yeah, that's Fen.
since we're plugging non-fat dog stuff, I have to go back through everybody and be like, plug your channels.
I thought that's what you were meant by that.
I was talking about the fat
And
dog
voice act.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Usually we
and
play that at
voice
the
act.
end, but yeah, we're trying to move it to
and-
the beginning.
To go into the fat stuff that I am involved with Fat Dog, I voice everyone's favorite half a man person, Park himself.
All right,
Yeah.
Moon, plug your
Doc
Twitch.
Park.
Yes, I also stream on Twitch. I stream Tuesdays. I've been doing Resident Evil. I finally finished Resident Evil 2, so I'm doing Resident Evil 3 this Tuesday, tomorrow. Also for anyone who is a part of the Fat Dog Discord, I do watch-alongs kind of every Wednesday, but also a little bit sporadically when my schedule allows. Unfortunately, this Wednesday we're probably just going to end up finishing whatever it's called, Eminence and Shadow. But
Season
then
2. He's
next
working on season
Wednesday-
2. Yeah.
Yep. Next Wednesday we will be moving on to what was next in the list?
Free Ren.
Free-Ren, and then
Yeah,
after that,
Very good.
Apothecary Diaries. Yep.
Apothecary Diaries.
Also very
So,
good.
Yeah.
And then after Apothecary Diaries, that's when we'll start the next round of voting, and then the top
Mhm.
three from that, the top 3 anime from that voting. Bocchi the Rock is staying in that as one of the contenders there. Yeah, Bocchi the
Mhm.
Rock
should
is
watch that
really
too.
good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Also,
it's a
every
good
so often I
series.
might stream on Thursdays, but it's mostly Tuesdays. Just
Mhm.
Mm.
yeah, mostly Tuesdays.
If you start at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. your time, Fenris would be around to help you out with Resi 3.
I can
I'll
walk you through that game blindfolded.
Yeah, see, there
I'll
you go. And he'll probably be
still
nicer than I
start
was.
early, just because like I've gotten used to starting at 4, and you know me, I run for fucking forever. So I'll still be playing by the time Fenris gets home. Haha.
Home, mother. I work from home.
Well,
That's
shoot,
nice.
you can at least watch me and then
I
point laughing
have
at
you
the
on in the
chance.
background while I'm taking calls.
I appreciate
Called
you for
lurking.
that so
Yeah,
much.
so my dude, that's why I'm saying 6 o'clock, because trust me, having him there will make the game less hectic.
I mean,
Hmm.
I can walk you through the game from beginning to end within an hour and 15 minutes.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
How?
Moon,
I have
Moon-
played that game enough.
Okay.
Moon, I could tell you right now, Moon, that like Resi 3 is a little different. Like, it's still got a lot of the stuff that carries over from Resi 2, but yeah. Mr. X is only terrifying in RE2.
Huh.
And
Really?
in comparison to a lot of the other stuff that has been released in the Resident Evil franchise, those tyrant variants aren't shit. Nemesis
Mm.
Nemesis way scarier.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that in
Um,
mind, what I will probably do is I will still start at 4, but I'll start with something chill, something like pressure wash simulator.
Yeah,
or
play
something
some
like
pressure
that.
wash
I might,
until Fenris is ready.
get
And then
Kyrie to
do-
join me if she's up for it.
Yeah.
We'll
Dee,
see
you
what
weren't
goes down.
supposed to tell them what I do for work.
I thought that voice sounded familiar. Oh wait.
All right.
Say. Oh,
That being said, we have now officially wasted 20 minutes of everyone's time. Let's go ahead and start reading. Palpy from the Valley, take it over.
Of course,
right.
you're the best customer, Dee.
Okay. Extra chapter: The Princess of Asura and the Angel. Ars. The capital of the kingdom of Asura was the largest and most populous city in the world. At its very center, there stood a white-walled castle. Naturally enough, one said to be the world's largest and most beautiful. It was known as the Silver Palace, and it was the residence of the royal family. Within its walls, there ra- there raged a vicious, ugly, and whoop. Okay. Someone bump the mic or drop the mic there?
Just keep going. We're good.
Perpetual struggle for power that belied its immaculate appearance. The kingdom's nobles never tired of plotting, deceiving, and betraying each other. They waged battle day and night.
Okay, hang on.
The world
It's not bellied, it's belayed. Just
Belayed?
just yeah, just letting you know,
I thought I said
for
belayed.
future. Yeah, you said bellied.
Look, I'm hungry. All right, it's been a long day. I just ate. Actually, no, I actually just ate a couple hours ago. I had
God
Wendy's
dang it.
earlier.
Oh, screw all y'all. I'm hungry. I want
You're gonna get some.
Wendy's.
Go get food if you're hungry.
I'm
Yeah, man.
broke,
I don't mind.
my guy.
Oh,
Oh. Well,
Oh.
go get some money.
go get some.
Jesus.
Wow, I wasn't gonna say
Jesus,
that.
man.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way to Atlanta to take yours.
Damn.
Well,
knows where
good
you
thing I
live.
don't live near or around Atlanta.
I wasn't
You
actually
know
gonna
where
say.
you
I wasn't actually gonna say your actual place that you stay
Oh,
at.
Fair
He
enough.
knows where
Oh.
you are sleeping. He knows when you awake.
He's always watching, Moon.
He
Always
knows that I
watching.
am never good, so oh well.
Denounce
Oh.
your. I don't know.
Announce your faith.
That's
So,
okay.
Denounce your
enjoy
infidel
that
faith.
tasty
That was what I
cake.
was gonna go.
Yeah.
For. I don't know.
It's not going to be difficult to get your address. All I got to do is ask your sister.
Damn.
Tell
What's
her I'm
funny
coming
is
down
I'm
there to
not
pick
sure
on
she
you.
even knows it.
You have a sister? I didn't know that.
Yes, I have a sister and a brother.
That's
I am
cool.
the youngest of 3.
Tree.
Yes.
That's
No
I just need
wonder
to
I'm
ca-
so
I-
annoying. I'm just a professional.
I mean, I
Am I
have to stop
wrong?
myself from asking a very pertinent question, Moon.
Uh-huh.
Which
No,
is
Impertinent.
Okay, you're no longer stopped.
Is she single?
yes. The only answer you're
on that
getting
note.
is yes, but beyond that, it's up to you to try to do whatever
It's
you're
up
going to
to
do
you.
with that information.
The power
Also, Richie.
is yours. Anyway, what?
Exactly.
Also, Richie, before you get back on track,
Uh,
go get some food.
Get some
wait, what?
boob.
Go get
Said
some
get some
food.
food.
Dude, my
Yeah.
guy.
It's
Yeah,
called the
you do.
distraction. They're
No, do you
Do you have any
distracting the
like
chat.
what do you got in the pantry or what do you got in the fridge?
No,
not
I don't
much.
think you guys
Like cell
understand
phone
what Finn
selfie
probably
cam
did.
real quick.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Calm down. Calm down, everyone.
You all bitch and complain about Luffy constantly.
Oh,
And yet-
hold on.
You stay in his crew.
Apparently.
Oh,
Why?
Oh yeah, he
Just put
eats
soy
anyone that
sauce
tries
in,
to
like,
leave his
a cup
crew.
and drink
Wait,
it
you
like a
guys
shot.
were serious about that?
Oh
Hold on, I've done
yeah,
that before.
there was this kid named Kobe.
I'm so sorry.
It was
What
supposed
is
to be like a
happening?
challenge
Two
for a
members of
game,
my
and I was
crew.
sitting there just
Now
like,
we just need a ship.
Luffy, I can't join your crew. I'm joining the Navy. I want to be a Marine.
Oh, perfect. That makes this so much easier.
Is that because you want me to follow my dream?
No, it's because I'm still hungry. Come here.
Luffy, what are you doing?
Okay, there we go. Now that the sound alert has played, I can turn your audio back on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Someone's off.
Yeah,
Understood.
nobody heard y'all that entire time because I was letting the
Oh,
like I was trying to tell y'all to be
Aw.
quiet and y'all just kept talking.
Oh,
so I
my
just
bad.
muted
Yeah,
you.
no, we
sorry.
Oh,
should know
oops.
better than that.
No, it
We
was
don't do well
mostly
with
Moon.
quiet.
It was mostly Moon. I know who to
We
blame.
were
Correct.
just talking about,
All right.
yeah.
Please continue reading.
The world of this palace was a small and hellish one, a place where it was said that absolutely no one could be trusted. As it happens, the displacement incident had taken place in the Fatora region of the kingdom, had a major impact on the course of the wars waged within this kingdom. This is the story of how those events
Of
were
Captain
set
Jack
in
Sparrow.
motion. This is the story of how Captain Jack Sparrow died,
Pirates
That's
so
not-
brave.
or
That-
got
on the
turned,
seven
or
seas.
turned,
On the
got
seven
turned
seas.
into.
Mystical quest.
On a mystical
the Isle
quest.
of Tortuga.
The Isle of Tortuga.
Jester
Dear
of
God.
Tortuga.
No, he's the
David
porper
likes
of the
sway.
surf, the jester of Tortuga. There we go.
I forgot that
And his
that music video
raven-like sway
unironically
on
slaps.
the ocean breeze.
It's been so long since I've listened to that.
Dude, I never got over it. I love it so much.
I
It's
love
so
that
good.
song, man. That and I'm
Mhm.
on a boat.
Yeah.
Everybody look at me because I'm
'Cause I'm
sailing, on a boat. I'm on
On
a
a
boat.
boat!
I'm
and
on a
it's
boat.
going
Take a
fast,
good
and-
hard look at the
Look at the
motherfucking boat.
Everybody,
Alright.
look at me, cause I'm sailing on a boat.
Yep.
Anyway,
I've got a nautical theme, Pashmina Afghan.
I'm the king of the world on a boat like Leo.
If you're on the
I'm the
show,
king of
then
the
you're
pirates.
sure not
Not
Neo.
Neo. Get the fuck up. This boat is real. Sorry.
Good.
Okay, so two things. One, seriously,
Yeah.
Richie, go get yourself some food while we finish reading this.
I'm ordering it now.
we haven't even gotten
Okay.
through
Water.
one part of this. We barely got through one.
Fuck, blood, I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Fuck trees, I climb buoys, motherfucker.
And- Palpy, get back to it.
Yes. I want
Was-
to, but I'm waiting for him to get food almost. It feels like.
Food.
Anyway,
He's ordering. He's good.
Yeah.
good.
He is done.
Good. Can you get me some coleslaw? I mean, I'm not even gonna eat it, but you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just waste food for fun.
No,
I see
DD,
why
we
you're
are
happy.
currently on the 4th paragraph, which just happens to be a single sentence.
Yeah.
Okay. Aside from the residence of the royal family, the Silver Palace contained a number of splendid gardens. There was the Rose Garden, full of plants with red flowers. Pronunciation, do you think? Peony Garden, full of plants with black flowers. The
Hydrangea.
Hydrangea Garden, thank you, full of plants with blue flowers. And finally, a place where only
Perfecto.
white flowers bloomed, the Lily Garden. This last was the particular favorite of a certain personage. Her name was Ariel. Fuck.
That is not her
Animoe
name.
Asura.
Animoy.
Animoe?
Probably
Animoy?
Animoy.
Animoy.
Asura, yeah.
Animoe.
Ariel Animoy Asura.
Wait, I mean, are you talking? I'm saying it wrong, or the book has it wrong?
You're saying Animoy is how you
I'm
say
saying
it.
it
Animoy.
Animoe? Okay.
Yeah.
So like almost like anime.
Yes,
close.
she is
Anime.
anime Asura.
She's from the
Is
anime.
anime.
Array
Mushoku
anime
Tensei.
Asura. That's not a mouthful.
Dude, it's a royal. If you were expecting the
Ariel Animoa Asura.
Ariel
Animoy.
Anime Asura.
Ariel
yes.
anime
Yeah.
Asura, yeah.
Animoa.
And she was
Animoy,
the
yeah.
second princess of the kingdom of Asura. From her
Mhm.
father, the queen consort, a famous beauty.
Wait. Hold
Inherited-
up. Did anybody else catch that mess up?
Her father,
Ooh.
the queen consort.
Her
Yeah.
father? Did I say? I said her.
You
I'm
said her
pretty sure I
father.
said-
Yeah, you said.
All right,
Yeah.
someone clip that and show that to me. I'm pretty sure I said mother.
No, you said
I
I
father.
think
Father.
no. I heard you say
Hello,
father.
father.
Yeah.
I want to
No, no.
hear
Here I
it for
am at
myself so I
Camp
can learn.
Granada.
Rada, yeah.
Things are very entertaining. And they
Mm.
say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. God damn it. All right, stop.
All
We'll
right.
never get through
From
this.
her father, the
Oh, I
queen
don't think we ever were
consort,
getting through this.
a
Oh,
famous
fuck.
beauty. She inherited. Yes, I'm sticking with that. All right, now deal with it. She inherited lovely features with shiny golden hair.
Can you hear me?
From her mother, the king, she inherited a peerlessly beautiful voice. And though she was not yet of age, her charisma was overpowering. The majority of the capital's residents already spoke of her as the most beautiful princess to have ever lived. Once every 3 days, this young lady came to the lily garden. She would sit herself at a pure white table, accompanied only by her guardian knight and her mage, and quietly take her tea. Don't forget to do the pinky. In these moments, the sight of her was charming enough to make any woman sigh longingly, and so enthrallingly that no man could help but stare. Her beauty, like that of a fairy from some old folk tale, was such that it seemed uncouth to even approach her. Thus, no one came up to speak with the princess when she visited the lily garden. Not a single soul dared to try and drink tea with her. Sitting all alone at her table, she enjoyed her momentarily
respite.
respite. I thought I was right, but yeah. Respite alone, exchanging only a few brief words with her two guardians. Her guardian knight was a boy of great beauty in his own right. He had a lovely bright chestnut hair and strong facial features. His nose was shapely, his jawline well defined.
Did she
His
just
name
say he had a pretty mouth?
That's a little,
Where's the
Yes.
clip channel?
yeah, that's a little,
Oh, now you want to clip it.
detailed.
Oh no,
Okay,
I clipped earlier. I just finally finished it.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, okay, so it processed it. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. Sent
His
that done.
name was Luke Notice Greyrat, second son of the Greyrat family, one of the kingdom's four what's the pronunciation for that? Provincial houses. He
Mhm.
had a talent. He was a talented young knight who had already reached the intermediate rank in the sword god style. There wasn't a single girl inside the castle who didn't know of him. Although still in his early teens, he already possessed a silver tongue and never lost the interest of any lady he conversed with. With his dashing looks and clever mind, he was said to to entice every noble daughter that crossed his path. At the very least, no other man in the castle was nearly so admired by the girls his age. The princess's guardian mage was somewhat older. Perhaps 16 or 17, I'm not quite sure. A young man rather than a boy. While not as remarkably good-looking as Luke, he was still handsome by any ordinary standards. His somewhat slender face possessed admirable attraction. I hope I'm saying that right.
I think it might be
Amiable?
amiable. I lost
Yeah,
it.
Thank you.
amiable.
Amiable attractiveness. His presence added a dash of playful charm that nicely complemented the beauty of the other two, making it all the more difficult for anyone to imagine approaching them. His name was Derek Redbat, third son of the well-known Redbat house. He was a magician of advanced rank, who had graduated from the illustrious Asura Institute of Magic. What did these three talk about when they were alone? It was a matter of the utmost interest of all the young people living in the Silver Palace, but none of them knew the answer. On this day, as on many others, they were conversing quietly in the lily garden. Well then, what color were they? Ariel's words echoed faintly through the quiet garden. Her verse truly was uncommonly beautiful. The sound of it brought to mind the tinkling of bells. A nice shade of pink. but the ting of orange as well, replied the young knight Luke from across the table, where he stood in attendance. His own voice was somewhat high pitched, as one might expect from a boy of his age, but had clarity and fullness. Derek, the princess's guardian mage, listened in silence. The somber expression on his face suggested he was rummaging. The rummage. Got my
Ruminating.
clues in this one. Ruminating.
Ruminating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ruminating. Thank you.
Mm.
On their words. Personally, I prefer pert cherry blossom buds on the field of porcelain white. With all due respect, Lady Ariel, I feel those that turn
Ariel.
inward have Ariel, I
Yeah.
feel I feel those that turn inward have a certain appeal as well. Goodness, you're the inverted one. You like the inverted ones? Ariel's tone was somewhat shocked, but Luke replied calmly, "Well, I will admit I'm not especially particular when it comes to such details. In the end, size is all that truly matters to me." I'm waiting.
No,
Someone's
no,
gonna
you're
make the
good.
joke.
Keep
I'm
going.
waiting.
You're good.
All right. Oh, no,
No, you're
no
good.
one. All
You're
right.
good. Nope, you're good. You're good.
They're talking
Make
about penises. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. It's like as soon as I was like, all right, let's go. It's like you just fucking wait for me, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you know us
Stab
so
you.
well.
Yeah, I was like, literally, I did like a whole hand thing. I'm like, I'm
Wait for it. Wait
waiting.
for it.
I didn't wait long enough, Chad. I'm sorry. Ariel sighed and shook her head. Honestly, you have no taste at all, Luke. In reply, Luke simply shrugged his shoulders. What exactly were these two talking about, one might ask? In any case, how did you enjoy this new maid? Charia, was it? I'm doing that on purpose, but like I have no
Sarisha.
idea.
Sarisha.
Charisha, was it? Her body was was very sensitive, and her innocence was charming. It made for quite a pleasant evening. The answer was quite simple. Luke had been describing the nipples of the girl. Okay, well, I didn't know who it was, but let me go back and fix that real quick. Her body was very sensitive, and her innocence was charming. It made for quite a pleasant evening. The answer was quite simple. Luke had been describing the nipples of the girl he bedded just the other day. Okay, we got out of the way. Is that so? Is that so? Now you've made me want to smuggle her into my bedchamber somehow. I would be perfectly happy to assist, my lady. Oh? You already prepared to toss her aside after sleeping with her only once? I'm afraid Sasharab's breasts weren't quite large enough for my
Sarisha.
liking. Sarisha. I'm afraid Sarisha's breasts weren't quite large enough for my liking.
That's
Ariel
cold.
and Luke, in stark contrast to their appearances, were in fact a pair of lecherous young philanderers. Is that or philanthropers?
Philanderers.
Sorry, philanderers.
Philanderers.
Thank you.
Yep.
Were in fact a pair of lecherous young philanthropers.
Phil-
For some time now,
Philanderers.
philanderers,
Yeah.
philanderers, pair of young philanderers. For some time now,
Flanders.
they'd been philanderers.
Oh, sure, now you say it right.
Ned Philanderers.
Ned Fland, a pair of young Nender Flanders.
Jesus Christ.
No, that one I kind of did on purpose. Ned
Yeah, I
Flanders.
know.
Anyway, for some time now, they've been preying indiscriminately on the palace maids and the daughters of mid-rank nobles. Let's see who is saying this line. Just make sure. I think it's
I think it's
All
the
right.
princess.
okay. Nothing's more. Oh God, what happened there? Sorry. Nothing's more exciting than teasing cute girls like that, if you ask me. Ayamanth and Shasera would squeal quite nicely.
So,
Am I getting this name right now?
no,
Please.
Sarisha.
No.
God
Sarisha.
damn it! Sarisha!
Yeah.
Okay. Ayamanth and Sarisha would squeal quite nicely. Only a limited number of people in the palace were aware of this, but Princess Ariel was both bisexual and a sadist.
See, yeah.
Many among the Assyrian nobility possessed extraordinary sexual proclivities, and she was certainly no exception. Luke wasn't quite as an extreme a case, but his love of big-breasted women knew no bounds. Hiding in the shadows of their outward appearance and reputation, the two of them lived carefree lives of pleasure, indifferent to the plotting and intrigue that defined the royal court of Asura. In this, they were hardly unusual for those of their rank. The majority of the nobility indulged in behaviors just as scandalous, or even more so. Asura was a kingdom with a 400-year history that had never known war or famine. For many of its upper class, a demonstrated taste of decadence, decade or
Decadence.
Decadence, yeah.
decadence. Yeah, I'm like
Like
my one part of me wants
decadence,
to
yeah.
say it's like decadence, and then the other part's like delicance or something.
Like decadence is closer.
Yeah.
Decadence was a sort of status symbol. Ariel and Luke were still young, but they were already immersed in the amusement of their kind. However, Luke, Lady Ariel, I think it would be best for you to behave somewhat more discreetly. Derek was a man with a more conventional mindset. In no small part, this was because the Red Bats were merely mid-rank pro provindical. Vindical?
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on.
One might wonder why such a young man had been
Provincial.
granted the prestigious. Is that where you're at? Yeah, prestigious.
No.
Oh, sorry,
Red Bats were
provincial
merely mid-rank
nobility. Yeah,
provincial.
Yeah,
Good thing I
provincial.
had that in my
Yeah,
pronunciation.
sorry, I
But
thought you were a couple lines down.
provincial nobility. They lived in an entirely different world from the decadence of the capital. One might wonder why such a young man had been granted the prestigious role of guardian mage to the second princess. But the answer was quite simple. His results in the Institute had been superb. Advanced tier magicians of noble birth were a rare camaraderie. Or
Commodity.
commodity.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek, you really ought to learn what it means to be a Assyrian noble. My lady is quite right, Derek. You always you're always like this. If you don't figure out how to read the room, you'll never be popular with the ladies. As Ariel and Luke shrugged their shoulders, Derek heaved a heavy sigh. That's not what I meant, Lady Ariel. You may very well rule this kingdom someday. So it seems unwise to expose yourself to gossip and jealousy. You risk making enemies. This time, it was Princess Ariel's turn to let out a long sigh. Look, Derek, you're always saying things like that. But do you remember that I'm the second princess, correct? Of course. Which means you're high in the line of succession and a potential candidate to succeed the throne. I have two. Well, hold on. I have two older brothers and one older sister. It doesn't appear that they found a husband for my sister, but my brothers are wrestling ruthlessly for the throne. With them around, there isn't the slightest chance I'd ever become queen. That isn't true. You're the daughter of the Queen
Daughter.
Corset. You're the daughter of the Queen Corset. That makes you the only fully legitimate heir to the throne. And stop it, Derek! Ariel interrupted sharply. What if those words reach my brother's ears? Do you want them to send assassins after me? It's bad enough that I've got these noble swearing fealty to me out of self-interest. If you choose, if you choose to fight, Lady Ariel, I'd be happy to lay down my life to protect you from anything they may send, anyone they may send. Would you please stop saying such alarming things? That's not too convincing anyway. I know what you're really I know what you really think of Luke and me. Oh, oops, that was Derek speaking earlier. Oh well. You'll probably like you'd probably like to get me caught up in the power struggle just so you can abandon me when the fighting starts, wouldn't you? What? Derek's eyes went wide with shock. After a moment, his body began quivering, his face grew fierce, and he clenched his hands into fists. Look here, Derek. I don't care if I ever take the throne. I could still drink tea in a lovely garden and live my life the way I please, and that's enough for me. I wouldn't stand a chance against my brothers anyway. The answer of throwing myself voluntarily into that mess is just absurd. Ariel's pessimism was fully justified. No matter how high her place in the order of succession, she was younger than her rivals had and had far fewer allies. Her chances of victory were slim to none. Surely, then, it was wiser not to strive for the throne at all, and simply live a life of indulgent pleasure. She was still a princess of the largest country in the world, so that option was available to her. Never mind then. Derek's heart was clouded with frustration, but he could find no other words to say. As he turned and left the garden, Ariel and Luke shrugged their shoulders, then resumed their discourse on the nipples of the palace's women. God damn it, Ariel. I don't have Rudius to say that with, so I gotta say it to someone. Or Luke. I guess Luke is Grey Russell. God damn it, Luke! There we go.
Good.
It wasn't that Derek had abandoned his responsibilities as the princess's guardian mage. He was just going to the bathroom. Derek and Luke were tasked with protecting Ariel at all times, but they were only human, so their bodies had certain needs. Stop it. When either of them felt the call of nature, they would usually inform the other and do their business as quickly as possible. In this world, as in any other, people were never so vulnerable as they were when they were relieving themselves. Lovely.
Accurate.
The sweetly fragrant air of the lily garden had never agreed with Derek. At first, he'd informed Luke every time he felt the need to leave it for the nearest facility. But over time, this became so routine that Ariel and Luke began to expect it. Eventually, the princess ordered him not to bother announcing his intentions anymore. However, extreme her taste might be in some respect, she didn't care to be reminded of. Oh, sorry, Discord. Scatological?
Yeah,
Scatological?
scatological, yes.
Scatological. Scatological matters in the middle of her tea time. As he shut himself up in the latrinery, Derek let out a long sigh. He was mentally replaying the conversation he had just had with Princess Ariel. Ariel insisted she had no interest whatsoever in becoming queen, but Derek so badly wanted her to take the throne. It wasn't that he thought her brothers, the first prince and second prince, were unworthy candidates. If either of them took the throne, they'd no doubt mature into a respectful, ordinary king compared to those who'd come before. But the way Derek saw it, that wasn't good enough. With either prince on the throne, Ashura would continue on its current path, rotten to the core, but expanding nonetheless. The nobility's ugly, meaningless squabbling would continue unchecked, wasting money and energy that may otherwise go towards progress. And in time, Asura might grow vulnerable to foreign influence. This land had never known hunger, no matter how corrupt the nobility, no matter how severe their taxes. The people never went hungry. Thus, there Their discontent rarely festered into fury. Few emerged to challenge the status quo. There had been no major rebellions or civil wars. And as a result of this, the kingdom had stagnated. Of course, it was still making steady progress in the fields of magic and technology. But the King Dragon Realm to the south had overtaken it in technological development, and the magic nations to the north were making greater strides in arcane research. While Asura still had overwhelming advantages in other respects, at this rate it was hard to say where things would stand after another century, or even half a century. The King Dragon Realm in particular was watching Asura like a hawk for any sign of weakness, eager to claim some part of its bountiful land. Asura currently believed that the mountains lining its borders meant that it was safe from forward invasion. But how would it fare against an even more technologically advanced King Dragon Realm army 50 years from now? And what if the magic nation seized the chance to invade from the north? Lady Ariel could change everything. And yet, Derek genuinely believed that the second princess was capable of pushing Asura onto a different path. He still remembered the first day he'd ever met her clearly. He still remembered the first time he met her very clearly. It was only a few years earlier, at a coming of age ceremony held by the kingdom. At the time, Derek had just graduated from the Institute of Magic. While he hadn't been the top student of his class, he'd placed very highly, and he'd already secured a post as a Surian royal magician. With the and he'd already secured a post with the Arthurian royal magicians, who he'd be joining a few months later. Gonna take a drink. 1 second.
Yeah, there was no I in that. It's Osrin. The Osrin
Osrin?
Royal Magicians. Yeah.
I'm trying not to say ush, like H. I'm trying to avoid the H as much as I can with it. Like I'm tempted, very tempted to say the H with
Osrin.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Osrin. Osrin.
Mhm.
Osrin. Osrin.
And congratulations, you're 9 pages in.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I've just been kind of
Yes.
turning my brain off and just going
Almost
for it.
halfway there.
That's kind of the best way to do it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Derek knew he was a capable magician, but also an unremarkable one. He had no high expectations for himself, but that day he encountered a certain charming young girl. Although Ariel was not yet of age herself, she'd been invited to the party as the guest of honor. Despite her youth, she delivered her congratulatory speech in a clear, confident style. In Derek's eyes, her wit and intelligence outshone the top student who spoke at his graduation from the institute. Sometime later, after he joined the royal magicians, his father told him that the position of god mage to the second princess was vacant, and offered to recommend him for the post. While warning it be a long shot, he had enthusiastically accepted. Ariel was a competent and dynamic person. At the moment, she was spending her days drinking tea and her nights jumping onto the maids. Yes, but by nature, she was diligent, sociable, and willing to work hard to improve herself. If she were to assume the throne and devote herself to strengthening her country, Derek was positive Asura would take great strides forward in a single generation. It might even be possible for it to conquer the entire central continent. For one thing, she was remarkably charismatic. Both the Institute of Magic and the Royal Magicians were full of what one might call disaffected people. There were many who whispered words of criticism towards the ministers who currently dominated the government, or towards the nobility of the royal family. However, in all the years he spent in these places, Derek had never heard anyone speak badly of Ariel. He had every confidence that she could become a ruler like Garrus. Garrus? Garrus Frian Asura. right? Ganis, Frian, Asura. Am I saying that all rest of that right? Okay. He had every confidence that she could become a ruler like Garrus, Frian, Asura, who led humankind through the latter stages of this. Did I say it wrong again? Damn it! I caught myself like I definitely said it wrong, but I'll
Yeah,
I can
you
just
said
move on.
Garrus, and I'm like, dude, this is Mushoku
Ganis.
Tensei, not Mass Effect.
Got. I actually never played that either. That's the funny part. I watch people play it, but
I'm Commander Shepard,
Garrus.
and this is my favorite light novel in the Citadel.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I approve of the Mushoku Tensei light novels.
You goddamn better.
Garrus, Frian Asura, who'd led mankind through the latter stages of the Laplace War and taken the throne in its aftermath. A ruler beloved by all her people.
Can you reading wait for a second? Can it wait for a little bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Oh.
He hasn't played Mass Effect. He doesn't know the
don't think
meme.
He has. Oh my god.
You big stupid jellyfish.
I know that. Like I've just never played the game. I know that I heard they're good. Like one of EA's only good games, really.
How dare you? How dare you? EA put out Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
I said one of. And from the older generation too, when they actually, made games. Good games. That being said, though, Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor are not bad games.
It's basically the same. It is basically the same generation for Mass Effect 1 and Coder. However, you just mentioned 3 games. Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, and Titanfall. All made by Respawn.
Respawn.
Mm-hmm.
Technically EA, but bought, yeah. Not official EA.
EA was the publisher. Respawn was the
okay, fair enough.
Same thing with Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic. BioWare was the devs.
Okay, that I didn't know that.
No, BioWare did that. Guys, if you think that Sonic should play Mass Effect, help him out.
You know what? Give me the affiliate. I would be more than happy to play Mass Effect.
Yeah, have him get the Mass Effect Legendary Edition that comes with all 3 games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Where were we?
Okay. Aldo, go ahead.
Lapis War was taken to the throne in its aftermath, a ruler beloved by all her people. There we go. There were already quite a few people who would gladly give their lives for Ariel's sake. Why am I blanking on the name again? Ariel. That's all right. No, Ariel. Why am I doing? Given their lives for Ariel's sake. Derek himself was one of them. It had been painful and infuriating to hear her dismiss that loyalty so casually. To be sure, her life's a little at risk if she keeps acting in this fashion. To be sure, her life's at little risk if she keeps acting in this fashion. But she's lowering herself to the level of some corrupt nobleman. Perhaps she truly didn't want to shoulder the expectations of her countrymen. Had he been chosen as Mage Guardian specifically because she thought she wouldn't push her towards a more difficult path? The princess never said as much, but perhaps she detested him. Derek heaved another sigh. But just as he was sinking deeper into melancholy, he heard the faint sound of a human voice. Someone was evidently having a conversation out behind the latrinery. Lavatory? Oh, lavatory. Lavatory. Now I can't think of it as not laboratory, like with a B instead of a V. Oh god.
The laboratory.
DD, get out of my laboratory.
I wonder if that was ever a joke in the actual show.
Well, it's a double joke here because we have a DD in chat.
Yep.
Good.
Hi,
Just in the
DD, by the way.
fucking chat.
Right. Princess Area. Having picked out a few alarming words, Derek held his breath and pressed his ear on the rear wall. Sir Gabriel viewed Lady Ariel as a threat then? That's right. Her popularity with the common folk is remarkable after all. He's quite upset that she's been better known than he is, even though she barely ever shows herself in public. It's a little strange, come to think of it. Whatever part she's playing at the moment, she might be laying the groundwork behind the scenes. Right. When you can't win a head-on fight, you gotta skulk around in the shadows instead, I suppose. Derek furrowed his brow at this. Ariel's popularity with the citizenry. Citizenry? Is that right?
Yes.
Yes,
The
citizenry.
citizenry.
I've just never saw that. It's like that at all. That's so bizarre to me. Was
Mhm.
partly due to her natural charisma, but she also shown herself to them far more often than first Prince Gabriel or Grabble. Grabble? I'm Grabble. He's Grabble.
Yep.
Her brother dutifully attended eternal power ceremonies, but rarely ventured to events held outside its walls in contrast. Ariel spent a good deal of time at various external functions.
Actually,
For
I think it
example,
might be Grable.
Gravel?
Mm-hmm.
Grable?
Grable?
Grabble sounds weird.
Yeah, I guess if it's two B's, it would be
Yeah, it's
Grabble.
definitely like
Grable.
grabble, like rabble,
Prince
rabble,
Grable.
sort of.
Rabble,
Still a
rabble,
weird
bitch,
name, but
Grable?
yeah.
bitch, rebel, rebel, party, party, sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget the violence.
Yes.
I'm
Prince
done. You're good.
Grable. No, you're fine. Let's see. For example, she'd recently attended the dedication ceremony
Yeah.
for a new bridge over the Altair River. Altair?
Yeah.
Yeah, Altair River.
Altair.
I
Close enough.
recognize from Altair, like from Assassin's Creed, I was like, that's spelled close enough, I guess. Becoming one of the first people to cross it. Not long before, she'd been the guest of honor at the institution's major magic combat tournament, handing the winner his prizes with a bouquet of flowers and allowing him the honor of kissing her hand. It was precisely because she invested time in such events, totally unconnected to the power struggles within the royal court, that she'd grown popular with the common folk. If that is really the case, though, indeed, the girl would become an obstacle. I suppose it might be the best to take precautions against future trouble. I feel similarly. And so, out of deep concern of the interests of Prince Grabble, or Grable, Prince Grable, and the Asura King and the Kingdom of Asura as a whole, I've already made certain arrangements. I really ought to expect it as much as from you, I suppose. Derek was tempted to burst out of the laboratory and kill the men outside it, but quickly quashed the thought. These two... Oh, there was just two people. Oh, I'm thinking there's a whole bunch of them. So,
No, they're in a bathroom. That's what a
Yeah.
laboratory is.
well, I assumed it was more than just four. I couldn't tell how many people were talking, so I just did
The
different voices for
lavatory,
each
the
one.
privy, whatever you want to call it. They're in the pissing and shitting room.
They're
Yep.
using
Listen,
the-
He was on.
an area where you piss and shit is an area where you piss and
They're
shit,
in the
regardless of the
commode.
name.
You shouldn't
It's
plot
just a
and
fancy
scheme.
name for it.
I'm just
A
saying,
shitter
nobody
by
should
any
be
other name.
plotting and scheming in the bathroom. That's just the worst place to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone goes there.
Yeah, the Privy Council, exactly, yes. The Court of Lavatory.
The court of laboratory is now in session.
Jesus.
Flush.
The shitty idea tank.
Yeah.
According to the Count of Laboratory, you are charged with explosive diarrhea. How do you plea?
It's a very crappy place to
according to
plot, you
Earl
know?
Urinal.
Yeah.
According to Oro Yono of the Count of Laboratory.
Of the
I feel like we
Council
gotta
of
write this down.
Laboratory. Well, where would you plot and scheme? I mean,
Plot and
to be
scheme.
fair, they're in the
Plot.
right place considering that they are plotters and schemers because, they're shitty people, so they belong in.
The plotters,
Shitty people with
the
shitty ideas.
schemers, and me.
Me.
Oh no.
La da da dee da
La
da.
da dee da. Thank you, Shim.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Ah.
Brr.
Alright, anyway.
These two were almost certainly shitty nobility of the first prince's of shitty fashion.
Well,
Yeah.
They were men who'd spent their fortunes freely on shit and resort to the vilest deeds imaginable. Shitting on. Nah, I don't have any. Actually, I got
Calm
nothing for
down
that
there,
one.
Derek. Don't be so down in the dumps.
I wanted to. I can't. I'm not quick-witted enough to come up with more shitty puns. Give me
That's
a minute.
okay.
Give me
I
some
mean,
time.
it's okay. Just wipe your fears away.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Flush.
I'll wipe the slate clean of that one.
Yeah. To be honest, all of my thoughts are quickly going down the drain.
All right, guys. We're going to have to put the lid down on this one.
Yeah, I gotta stop those.
For the
jokes from
sake of
coming out
shaping
flush.
events to their liking.
Just give us a courtesy flush.
No,
And don't forget to
no.
wipe.
When you become infested with such terrible individuals, thank you for the natural 20. With such terrible individuals, sometimes you have to flush the system out. Just wipe it clean.
Mm.
Come on, guys, your pun
wanna
game
try to
has
make
to
it
be stronger than
Learn to
that.
swim.
I'm trying
I
to
was
think
gonna
of
say,
how we
I was
how do we
waiting.
include bidet in this.
You don't. But we know that
Damn
Derek
it.
is guys. We do know that Derek is about to plunge into action.
Yeah. Just
Woo!
trying to wipe the
I'm not
slate clean.
apologizing.
This whole series of jokes has been are the shittiest we've ever come up with. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
piss off.
I'm in shit out of luck. Yeah.
Yeah, my mind's just been in a bit of a crappy place, you know?
Yeah.
No need to take the piss out of everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
Seems
just
like you're
remember,
in
guys,
for some
things
more
are,
reading.
just remember, guys, things are heating up. You're in for a good time.
Yeah.
Especially when cornered. They would offer every cowardly excuse they could to save their own skin. There were many of their ilk inside the palace.
Ilk.
Derek could kill them here and now,
He should.
here and now with his magic, but that would be a meaningless act. Everyone would assume that Ariel had ordered her guardian mage to murder the two nobles loyal to the first prince. That would be interpreted as an act of open hostility against Gabriel himself. Grable himself, and lead to a constant stream of attacks from his followers. For a moment, Derek wondered if such an outcome might force Ariel to pursue the throne after all. But if the princess had no actual motivation to fight, they would be put on the defensive, driven into a corner, and ultimately butchered like animals. Abandoning the idea of killing the men, Derek left the laboratory without a word.
What about the women
One
and
way
children?
one way or another, he had to take action against this new threat.
Guys, don't be such a bastard.
Wow, you really fished that one out, did you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know it's another shitty pun.
Yeah, we could come up with a crap load of those.
Sure, you could.
So we're not.
I'm condemning you. I'm condemning you.
That's not a poo thing
What?
though. That's not a poo
what?
thing, man.
Yeah, but he said Colin.
Guys,
It
I
was
think we need to
leading
wash
to-
our hands of this conversation.
That's what I said earlier.
The
It's all
first time
going
for
to
everything.
shit. Is it the first or the second?
It's probably number 2.
Thank you,
I get
thank
it.
you.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
I was
good.
like, oh please, someone follow up.
I'm starting to feel the splashback of all this.
Oh dear.
Yeah, oh, that's cold.
Just make sure to have a bidet.
Hey, there we go. I wondered when we were
Mm.
gonna get to that one.
Bidet of the month of a year.
Like, hey, don't diss the bidet. It saves the day. It really does. I really enjoy them
Bidets are
actually.
fucking wonderful.
They
Get
are.
rid of
All
the
right,
prudes
all
of
right,
bidets.
guys, we're at 9:15 and we've got at least 8 more pages to go. Either we're not going to be able to do Phasmo in time, or somebody else is going to have to take over.
Let's get back into it.
Who wants to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! If somebody has to take over, I know who I'm volunteering
Fair enough.
or volunteering.
Shem just drops from the call real quick. He's like, he
It's
just
like
does
he
FaceTime
knew.
like later.
Ironically,
he
I had
just
to go.
like-
He had to go to the bathroom.
Listen, pardon me, I have to go to the lavatory.
The laboratory.
He has to go to the laboratory now.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh
Hold
no!
on, I had
Something stinks about this situation.
That's why you need to spray the air freshener. Damn it.
Mm. It smells like ass in here.
it's
Well.
ass.
It kind of smells like Updog to me.
But Moon, what's
Nothing.
up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you?
Just pole vault straight into it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
see, the mean thing
He's
is to
being
have
cheeky as
the
always.
mean thing is when he does the setup, somebody else does the next punchline, and then somebody steals the the old joke from the person who originally started it.
This is joke lore since the dawn of man.
Since the dawn of man.
Yep.
Dude, if Pooh isn't funny, nothing is. I mean, I used to laugh at Tigger's ass, but Pooh is just funnier.
Oh my god.
I
These
always
jokes are a
think
little
we're full
cheeky.
Guys,
Pooh.
nothing is funnier.
Very cheeky.
Nothing is funnier than some Pooh jokes because nobody loves laughing at the leader of the Chinese Communist Party more than I do. Good old Pooh.
I get it. That was pretty good.
All right,
I
anyway.
understand.
I mean,
Okay.
you know what happened? You know what they call it when they toss him up in the air? Flinging
What?
Pooh.
What?
All right, god damn it. All right. Do you think
Continue.
do you think you can finish this in the next 10 minutes?
I'll give it a shot. Let's go.
Do
8
it.
pages in 10 minutes?
Do it.
All right, let's see. I got so far. We just ended up on a shitty path, and yeah, it
Do
did.
it.
Okay, seriously, stop.
Do it.
Just focus.
You doing okay
One
there,
of the
little
nobles
one?
said that
I can see chemistry!
had already been made. In which case, something would likely happen soon. Perhaps even within the next few days.
Hold on a second. Hey,
Their
Sensei, if you keep redeeming sound alerts when people are reading, that means the rest of the people that are lurking or watching are not going to be able to clearly hear what's being read. So give us a break on the sound alerts for a bit.
Richie, he threw off my groove.
Jesus.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're sorry, but you threw off the reader's groove.
So,
All right. Let's
see.
move on.
Their objective was likely Ariel herself. But as her most royal guards, Derek and Luke were also potential targets. Would it be an assassin, or perhaps some kind of poison? He had to tell Ariel of this immediately. And
No, they're
urge
sending
her
a T-1000.
Oh my god. And they gotta urge her, once again, to face this battle head on. Face the T-1000. Here, take my shotgun.
Could be the T-800.
With these Oh shit, that'd be even worse.
Mhm.
With these thoughts running through his mind, Derek strode rapidly back towards the Lily Garden, clutching his staff under his robe so he could protect himself against any sudden ambushes. How long has it been since the last time I fought? Back at the Institute of Magic, he participated in regular mock battles, sometimes against other young magicians, sometimes against students from a night academy. At times, these were larger scale group matches, pitting off teams of 3 to 5. Several times a year, the students were also escorted into a local forest by their instructors and hired adventurers in order to gain experience fighting against monsters. It wasn't as if Derek had never taken a life before. In one mock battle, he accidentally killed his opponent with a spell that happened to strike him in the head. And during the selection progress for the role of Guardian Mage, he'd been required to fight and kill a convict previously sentenced to death, as a test of his willingness to do what it was necessary. However, if someone were sending an assassin to face both himself and Luke, they'd undoubtedly choose an experienced and efficient killer. It'd be a life or death struggle. The thought sent a small shudder down Derek's arm. Can I protect her? He voiced his anxieties, then shook his head to clear them from his mind. This was something Derek had no way of knowing, but the Fedora
The Fatoa displacement incident. What the frick, dude?
The Fatoa displacement incident was taking place at this exact instant. Lady Ariel, what? The moment Derek stepped back into the lily garden, his jaw dropped open in shock. His eyes were fixed on an area towards the back of the garden, a section known as the
Hibiscus.
hibiscus forest. A section known as the hibiscus forest. An enormous beast that stood on two legs had just trotted out from among the trees. It was a Terminator boar.
Ah,
It was
you get the joke.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what it sounds like? It's a low, 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 oink, oink, low,
As it's
oink,
galloping.
oink, oink.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm everybody get down. No, come with me if you want to die.
Okay.
I am the Baconator.
Jesus.
The Baconator, okay.
Yeah.
By
alright,
itself,
sorry.
they were D-rank monsters, but they were often accompanied by a loyal pack of assault dogs, which could raise their threat level to C or even B class. Normally, they were only found in the depths of the forest, but their numbers were large. Sometimes one would emerge to attack a nearby town, typically seizing livestock or human children to consume. Many years ago, a Terminator boar accompanied by 20 assault dogs had killed every soul living in a small Assyrian village. As a result, there were one of the most infamous monsters living within the kingdom's borders. In settlements near forests, children were often told that a boar could carry them off and eat them unless they went to bed on time, as others might be threatened with stories of the superb. Derek, I corrected. Superb. Derek, most of his countrymen, were familiar with the same and appearance of these monsters and their reputation as a fearsome beast. Oh! Why was there a Terminator boar here? This was the royal palace, home of the ruling family of the world's largest nation. It wasn't a safe place by any means, but it was certainly the last location one would ever expect to find a wild monster. How could one possibly have appeared here? Derek's mind flashed to the conversation he just overheard. Had that noble somehow arranged this? That couldn't be right. No mere nobleman could possibly have smuggled a wild, enormous beast into the heart of the palace. Even the kingdom's most powerful ministers wouldn't be capable of such a thing.
Your mother been telling you stories about me again, eh?
Christ.
Terminator boy, shut up. You don't have any lines here.
I mean, oink, oink, oink.
How much
Yeah.
longer do we have? We have 7 minutes and how many pages?
6. He's been moving. It's just when it's dense like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Keep
They
going.
see me moving. They hating. Although he had no way of knowing this, the Terminator boar had in fact been teleported to this location only moments ago as a result of the Vatoa displacement incident. As Derek's mind struggled to process the situation, his gaze found Princess Ariel, and he let out an involuntary gasp.
Audible
She was still at her table. I gotta gasp. She was still at her table, chatting happily away with Luke about some vulgar topic. The two of them hadn't noticed the Terminator boar, even though it was staring right at them, its eyes glistening like a hunter sizing up its prey. Derek broke into a run, and as he ran, he began chanting a magic incantation. However, the Terminator boar was also on the move. Perhaps it had noticed Derek or sensed a threat. Either way, it charged through the garden's vegetation, heading straight for Princess Ariel. I won't make it in time. Derek abandoned his incantation halfway through and shouted, "Run, Lady Ariel!" at the top of his lungs. With an exclamation of surprise, the princess rose to her feet, just in time to notice the huge brown burr rush at her from the side. She jumped out of its path. As Ariel hit the ground, the Terminator boar smashed its way through a number of the garden's delicate trees, then turned back towards its target. By this point, Derek had placed himself between Ariel and the monster. The enormous boar loomed before the magician, drool dripping from its mouth. Its glistening, bestial eyes were fixed upon him. What could a magician possibly do in this situation? At this close range against this large animal, there wasn't the slightest chance he could complete an incantation in time. So Derek didn't even bother. He simply spread his arms out wide and shouted with all he had, "Luke, I leave the rest to you!" A split second later, the Terminator boar fist sent him flying. Woo, what you say? He only meant well. The punch broke all of his ribs and crunched several vital organs. Blood shot from his mouth as he hurled through the air. When he finally smashed into a wall some 5 meters away, he felt his spine shatter as well. He was only fortunate that he didn't lose consciousness immediately, but perhaps that wasn't much of a blessing. Oh, I'm dying. Derek's mind was oddly clear. He knew he was done for. He could smell his own death in the air. The wounds he'd suffered were fatal ones, without a doubt. I saw someone die from injuries much like these ones, didn't I? He felt no fear. Perhaps it all happened so suddenly that his brain hadn't caught up quite yet. Staring across the garden, Derek watched Luke draw his sword and charge straight at the Terminator boar. Don't be a fool, Luke! You can't possibly beat that thing single-handedly! Oh, right! The door on that side! So you can't just run away, can you? Oh, oops, that's Derek, sorry. Look, his vocal cords got crushed too. We'll just... Derek tried looking around by moving his eyes. What about Lady Ariel? Is she safe? He found her soon enough. She was rushing towards him, her face full of shock and confusion, but not terror. Derek! Oh, this can't be happening! We gotta get a healer here at once! As the princess cried out in alarm, Derek mustered what little strength remained in him to speak. Leave me. You have to run away. He coughed. There we go. Don't try to speak, Derek! Someone! Help! Is there no one here? This is pointless. Lady Ariel, I'm well past saving. No! Oh, don't be ridiculous! You've got to hang in there, Derek! Derek looked at the princess, now clearly on the verge of tears, with some surprise. He had been convinced Ariel and Luke hated having him around, but perhaps that wasn't entirely true. Despite everything, he felt a small, roguish impulse rising within him. Well, princess, I didn't abandon you. Now did I? Ariel jerked back, seemingly startled by his words, and after a moment, she began gazing at her deeply royal guardian in a way she had never looked at him before. Derek, Lady Ariel, this is my last request. Please, I beg you, take the throne and make Asura into a better country. A broken rib pierced Derek's lung, and he coughed up a large amount of blood. Ariel watched in silence for a moment, then nodded and turned around. An enormous bear stood in front of her.
Boar.
Luke, knocked aside some time earlier, was looking over at Ariel from the ground with an expression of pure despair.
Man, that's
Weak
one
little
crazy bass to be running around covered in fur.
Jesus.
Ariel glared fiercely at the creature for a moment, then began shouting, "I don't know where you came from, or why, but you stand before the future queen of Asura. I'm not going to die today. Begone!" Naturally enough, words meant nothing to at all to a Terminator boar. The beast only snuffled softly. Its nostrils trembled in anticipation of a tasty meal. It took one step forward, then another. Watching helplessly from the ground, Derek said a silent prayer. As a follower of the Millis Church, he turned to the heavens in search of aid. Please, God, please help us. You can take my life, but help Princess Ariel. This world still has need of her. He prayed in vain, of course. Derek knew that better than anyone. Saint Millis had been a truly great man and the savior of humanity, but you couldn't expect him to grant you a convenient miracle every time you needed one. That was just the way things were. Even so, Derek couldn't help beseeching him. At last, the beast drew within striking distance of Princess Ariel. Its massive fist rose into the air, but then the prayer was answered. I don't know if that even caught on the
No, I
mic
didn't
there.
even hear you.
No.
There we go. I'll have to do.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she was falling.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
With an
got you.
ear-splitting shriek. Yeah, okay, cool, thanks. With an ear-splitting shriek, an angel tumbled from the heavens. It was a young, white-haired angel, wearing rather shoddy clothing. With a charming, half-praised war cry, she stretched both hands towards the massive boar, and somehow blew the upper half of its body apart.
She blew its back out.
It's yeah. Okay. Thank God you. God. Thank you so much. Witnessing this, Derek shed one final tear. Please, look over Lady Ariel.
Watch over.
Watch over Lady Ariel. And with his heart full of peace and a rib piercing straight through it, the guardian mage breathed his last.
The problem was he didn't specify which god he had just prayed to, but one of them definitely heard.
Oh, damn you, hindsight! The Vatora displacement incident cost one young magician his life and provided Ariel Anomoi Asura with a new and different purpose. What path did she follow in the aftermath of these events? How did they change Luke Greyrat? And what became of the angel that fell from the heavens? These are tales for another time.
And we'll get to them in November when we start back up with reading because we're playing Raft next week.
But for now, it's Phasmophobia time.
Yeah, same fat time, same fat channel.
Phasmophobia,
Let's pretend we're going straight into commercials.
Phasmophobia.
All right. Let's find out if Jesus Christ, dude, Director Nasty is putting out a lot of different stuff.
You nasty.
Yeah, nasty.
That's nasty. A little slow, but I think I got through it.
Oh, dude,
A little slow, a little
talking
green on the
about
whole
1,000-Year Blood War. Freaking, dude, I still can't get over the fact that he thinks that Kubo should be in the same conversation as Oda. I'm like, no.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
He's like,
Oda,
why is he not
Oda
in the
gets his own
conversation?
conversation purely just for the art.
He's like, why shouldn't he be in the conversation? Because he's not that good. Just that plain. If you want the answer, it's Kubo's nice, but he's not nice like that. All right. So that being said, guys, we will be back momentarily. Just got to set up for some Phasmo stuff real quick, and we will get to it. Also, if Moon, if you could reach out to Kyrie real quick and find out if she's available, that'd be awesome.
Sure thing.
Alrighty. We'll see you in just a minute or two. Take care and bye-bye.
We'll be right back after a commercial break.